In 72 hours, one rookie quarterback just broke every Nike sales record in history. We're talking about numbers so insane that Phil Knight himself called an emergency meeting. Shedeur Sanders didn't just launch merchandise, he created a cultural earthquake that has Nike's competitors in full panic mode. And what I'm about to reveal about the behind-the-scenes chaos will blow your mind. What you're witnessing isn't just another athlete endorsement deal. This is the complete transformation of how sports marketing works forever. I've been tracking Nike's strategic moves for years, and I've never seen anything like this. In the next few minutes, I'll break down exactly how Sanders generated more revenue in 3 days than established superstars make in entire quarters, why Nike servers crashed 3 times in one morning, and the secret strategy that has every competitor scrambling to copy this playbook. But here's what nobody else is talking about. The real story isn't just the sales numbers. It's how one 21-year-old quarterback just rewrote the rules of athlete empowerment and why this changes everything for the next generation of sports stars. Let me paint you a picture of what happened inside Nike headquarters yesterday morning. Picture this: Matthew Friend, Nike's CFO, walks into what he thinks is a routine sales briefing. Instead, he's staring at numbers that literally don't make sense. First hour sales exceeded their entire day projections. Not by a little, we're talking complete obliteration of every internal forecast. The website traffic was so intense it crashed their servers 3 times before West Coast stores even opened. Distribution centers were reporting complete sellouts while Phil Knight himself was demanding explanations for supply shortages. But here's the kicker, and this is where it gets really interesting. Sanders reportedly generated more revenue in 72 hours than athletes who've been with Nike for years achieve in full quarters. We're not talking about a successful product launch. We're talking about a complete market disruption that has Nike executives using words like unprecedented and industry-defining. The panic was so real that Nike immediately started reallocating production capacity from established athlete lines. Factories in Vietnam received emergency orders. Distribution networks got restructured overnight. Regional managers were scrambling to secure additional retail space. This isn't how billion-dollar companies usually operate, but Sanders forced them to throw out the playbook entirely. Now, here's what makes this absolutely fascinating. This wasn't some spontaneous consumer response. This was years in the making, and Nike saw something their competitors completely missed. Sanders cultivated an audience that transcends traditional football demographics. We're talking about Generation Z consumers who typically ignore NFL merchandising suddenly flooding Nike's platforms. International markets showing unexpected engagement. And get this, female purchasers represented 40% of transactions, completely demolishing typical sports apparel gender splits. But the real genius move? Sanders operates like a Fortune 500 marketing department. While other athletes are doing traditional media interviews, Sanders built a content ecosystem around his athletic journey. His social media sophistication includes algorithm optimization, engagement strategies, and content calendaring that would make veteran brand managers jealous. The logo itself tells this story perfectly. That sleek interlocking SS design with crown elements? Nike's design team went through 17 iterations before Sanders approved it. The symbolism is deliberately multi-layered: excellence, heritage, ambition. Young consumers aren't just buying a logo, they're buying into a lifestyle statement that transcends sports. And here's where it gets really wild. Fashion influencers are incorporating Sanders merchandise into high-end streetwear combinations. The logo is appearing in music videos, celebrity social posts, and cultural moments that have nothing to do with football. Sanders achieved what Nike desperately sought: authentic cultural relevance beyond athletic performance. The ripple effects across the industry are absolutely insane. Adidas executives reportedly convened crisis meetings to evaluate response strategies. Under Armour is allegedly accelerating their rookie recruitment timelines. New Balance is exploring unconventional athlete partnerships. Puma is reconsidering their entire North American approach. Think about this. Market share battles in sports apparel are typically measured incrementally, like fractions of percentage points over quarters. Sanders delivered Nike an immediate, overwhelming victory that has boardroom conversations becoming existential. How did Nike identify Sanders' potential while every competitor missed this obvious opportunity? But here's the part that's really shaking up the industry. Traditional endorsement economics just got flipped upside down. Sources claim Sanders' initial contract was deliberately structured with aggressive performance incentives and equity participation opportunities. Nike was betting Sanders would exceed expectations, but nobody anticipated this explosion. We're hearing urgent renegotiations are already underway. Sanders' representation is reportedly demanding an unprecedented rookie compensation package, and Nike is willingly engaging because they understand Sanders' value transcends typical athlete partnerships. Their general counsel is preparing contracts that could revolutionize endorsement structures industry-wide. Here's something most people are missing. This isn't just about merchandise sales. Sanders and Nike are pioneering the future of athlete brand partnerships through technology integration. We're talking augmented reality features for virtual try-ons, blockchain authentication to prevent counterfeits, personalization options through the Nike app, and digital collectibles accompanying physical purchases. Sanders is personally involved in developing these features, ensuring an authentic connection with his audience. The resale market dynamics are absolutely mind-blowing. StockX is reporting Sanders merchandise appreciating faster than cryptocurrency. Certain limited editions are commanding 1,000% premiums. Collectors are treating Sanders products like investment vehicles, with authentication services overwhelmed trying to verify legitimacy. This phenomenon is typically reserved for Jordan releases or Supreme drops. Sanders achieved similar status instantly, which is remarkable and completely unprecedented. But here's what really matters for the future. Sanders didn't just sign an endorsement deal. He revolutionized athlete commercial empowerment, and every future generation will benefit from the precedent he established. Brands are now offering unprecedented rookie contracts. Agents are leveraging Sanders' precedent during negotiations. Universities are recognizing nil opportunity implications. High school athletes are building brands earlier than ever before. The entire talent pipeline is transforming because of what Sanders accomplished. Nike's vision extends far beyond apparel. They're exploring Sanders-branded restaurants, entertainment projects, fashion collaborations, and technology ventures. We're looking at a lifestyle brand encompassing multiple verticals, with Sanders building an empire and Nike as the primary partner. The consumer behavior analysis reveals fascinating patterns. Purchase decisions are increasingly influenced by cultural relevance over functional attributes. Brand loyalty is strengthening among younger demographics. Price sensitivity is decreasing for Sanders products because emotional connections are driving transactions. Traditional marketing frameworks are inadequate for explaining this phenomenon. Sanders is tapping into deeper psychological needs: identity, belonging, aspiration, and expression. This transcends commerce and enters the realm of cultural movement. So here's what we're really looking at. The Shedeur Sanders Nike phenomenon transcends commercial success and represents a cultural milestone. This isn't just merchandise flying off shelves or servers crashing from demand. This exemplifies complete market disruption that requires comprehensive industry reevaluation. The previous athlete who achieved comparable impact eventually became a billion-dollar brand. Whether Sanders parallels that journey or charts an entirely new course, his Nike partnership represents something far beyond a typical endorsement. This embodies complete market transformation that's forcing immediate competitor response. I want to hear from you. Do you think Sanders can maintain this momentum, or is this just rookie hype that will fade? Drop your predictions in the comments below, and let me know which aspect of this story surprised you most. If you found this breakdown valuable, make sure you're subscribed because I'm tracking every move in this evolving story. Next week, I'm diving deep into how other rookie athletes are trying to replicate Sanders' strategy and why most of them are failing miserably. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss the follow-up analysis, and I'll see you in the next video where we explore whether this is the beginning of a new era or just a perfect storm that can't be replicated.